So, what is the bloody point of International Men's Day? Welcome to the Johnny Jensen Show.
Welcome to the Johnny Jensen Show, where modern dads discover how to create the true riches, relationships and results they deserve. Get your High Value Man blueprint and join our community at highvaluemanproject.com. Let's go.
Hello, men. Welcome to this little quick drop-in on International Men's Day. Depending on where you look on social media, you will find a great number of people asking, what's the bloody point of International Men's Health Day? Well, bloody men is... Look, the reality is that there's a lot to celebrate about men. There is a lot to celebrate about men. There's a reason enough for International Men's Day. And there are a lot of important issues, factors, challenges that need to be brought to more people's attention, that need to be addressed by all of us. And that's not to say I'm not some father's rights, vigilante. I'm not some men's rights evangelist, but I am a stand for men having the life they deserve, thriving at home, in work, for themselves, being the best version of themselves so that they can be more for others. And we're not taught this at school, we're not taught this in enough homes. Where the church or other such organisations may have had a role in the past, they are now not so present. And so there is a massive issue in terms of, let's check my settings here, in terms of
There we go. That should sound a lot better. There we go. Straight away, I can see that sounds better. People chit-chatting in the background. How dare they? In a coffee shop. If you're in Maidstone, get yourself down to the Maidstone coffee shop for the best coffee in town. Men's celebrating men and helping make sure that men thrive. It's absolutely vital that we understand the kind of challenges that men go through in day-to-day life. If we start at the school level, boys are being outperformed by girls in literacy, in exams at the end of it, at universities, in terms of people coming out with, degrees. Like the number of boys who get expelled or excluded from school compared to girls, the numbers are seriously weighted against boys. And that has to be a concern for all of us. In terms of the workplace, deaths in the workplace, number of men who die in work. If you look on my carousel today, you'll see the various stats. And men do more, let's say, dangerous jobs, the kind of, whether it's factory or farming or, we're even going to call them, construction, jobs that carry a greater risk to them. But nonetheless, that's the work that men do. Male suicide rates. Actually, let's come back onto that one in a minute. Relationships. Was it 42% of marriages end in divorce? I think the 62%. I think that was the number of divorces are instigated by women. And they might say, "Well, that's because men are shit." Well, maybe. Or maybe men are getting chewed up and spat out after providing and being there and doing all they can. And then the woman decides that she's just had enough, she's bored. And there's a level of responsibility that men can take on for that, because how dateable are you? If you're working all the time and not making sure your relationship is maintained, then perhaps the woman is naturally feeling bored. Or in gender needs terms, she's not feeling safe, and so she actually, her mind strays. If she's taking on the leadership role in the family, then that creates a level of insecurity which naturally has her attention start to be drawn elsewhere. There's lots of factors, which is why men need to be educated. It's not an against women thing. International Men's Day is about raising awareness for men's issues so that more men take control of their lives. They have power in these areas. Men's mental health, something like, only 1 in 8 mental health referrals are for men. That's not because men aren't suffering, because we know they are, because the male suicide rate is so horrific. Biggest cause of death amongst men in the UK. 13 men a week die from suicide. And so men's mental health is a problem, and yet only 1 in 8 mental health referrals are for men. What the hell is going on? Men are silently suffering. And yeah, you know, and if that's going on, then you can be pretty sure that relationships are on the slide. And when men do find themselves divorced or separated, something crazy like 80% of men are out of contact with their children within 2 years. They estimate there's over 1 million kids in the UK with fatherless homes. And when you look at the impact on kids that are growing up without fathers in their homes, you see what the long tail of this is. The loop back to boys suffering in school. A figure about men in prison, something like 72% of the men in prison come from fatherless homes. You see the long tail of this. So when you ask the question, like, what is the need for International Men's Day? And to be honest, before we get onto that, it also is a point, an opportunity to address, like, being a shit bloke. Being the kind of guy that isn't leading in his home, in his work, for himself, in his community. What is the impact of that in the world? We need men to be celebrated. We need men to level up. We need to create strong family units where kids are thriving, where women feel loved and supported, so that men in return feel loved and supported back. So many factors. It's not being taught in schools. International Men's Day is a vital day in the calendar, November the 19th. And, with like gay pride is like gay month now, or LGBTQ month. And you got to be aware of the fact that whilst those issues are important, it's nothing on the scale of the number of men in the world. Heterosexual men, family men, men who are struggling with their mental health. These are the kind of numbers where more attention needs to be focused on. So wherever you're at, whatever you're up to, if you're a man who any of this resonates with, you're like, you want more for yourself, you want more for your life, you want more for your family, then whether it's myself and the High Value Man Project and what I'm doing here with my community and program, or other men's groups, where it is an increasing it's increasingly prevalent. It's an option that is more and more available to us. Andy's Man Clubs in the UK, the Mankind Initiative. There's stuff out there. So if you want to be part of the High Value Man Project, then get yourself over to the highvaluemanproject.com/group. That'll get you in on the ground level, and we can talk more about what it is that you need, what it is that the project will do for you, and how you can level up, be the man and dad that you want to be, so that you can create a life you desire, not one you feel stuck in. Let's go.
Thanks for tuning in to the Johnny Jensen Show. Be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with fellow dads. Creating the life you deserve starts with you. Get your High Value Man blueprint and join our community of motivated modern dads at highvaluemanproject.com. Let's go.